I'm GREYMOND. I'm an expert in OCD recovery because for the last 19 years, I've been helping people fully recover from OCD. If you would like to do personal coaching with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. You can sign up from there. Let's talk about obsessively disregarding. This can become a problem for people if they are trying to do recovery too hard. And it's kind of sad because it's a situation where you are trying, you are doing the things that you need to do. You're disregarding, you're refusing compulsions, you're reducing your avoidance behaviors, you're trying to stop rumination. But if you are obsessively doing that, you're meaning that throughout the day, you're like, where's my thoughts at? Oh my God, what if I'm not recovering? What if I'm not doing this correctly? This can transition into meta OCD. So something that starts out as healthy, motivated, disregarding can turn into obsession. And it's a cruel game that OCD can play on you. So I've said this in a few videos. A lot of the times OCD works like this. It will send you the first thought, which is your theme thought. Let's say harm OCD for an example. So you get your harm OCD thought. You do the right thing, you choose to disregard. Because you didn't feed the OCD, it might come in harder or more intense with a similar thought a short while later. The time after can depend on person to person, but sometime later it can come in with a more intense thought. Let's say you disregard that as well. So you did the right things. But then it comes up with this, well, what if you have OCD forever? What if you have anxiety forever? What if you just never feel good? It's fine that none of this stuff is true, but you'll still feel bad. So you'll still be, if you're worried, let's say, about going to prison, well, you'll still be in a mental prison. And that's how OCD gets you. So that's round 3. That thought coming in that you will be stuck like this is round 3. And a lot of the times, instead of disregarding, people buy into this and they start taking it seriously and they start to obsessively research recovery and different methods and what is best and this person said this and that person said this and how do I know I'm really disregarding? And you start to obsess. Recovery in OCD should be done passively. You should not be obsessing about the recovery at any point of the day. The whole process of recovery is to focus on everyday life. And that's a nuance too. I should mention in a separate video, but since we're here, refocusing out of knowledge that you have better things to do. Not refocusing out of fear of running away from your anxiety or the content of the thought. That's really important. Because again, if we're trying to get rid of anxiety desperately, like I gotta do the right things to get rid of this OCD because I hate this feeling and I gotta distract myself, I gotta do this. That's not recovery. That's basically you are ruminating and performing a compulsion. Instead, your attitude should be throughout the day, I'm going with my day. Yeah, OCD is there in the background telling me all the things as it usually does. Who cares? I'm choosing to disregard and I'm choosing to go on with the day even though it's screaming at me in the background. That's how you do it. So passively being in the position of the observer, seeing the whole situation, not zooming into the details. Do you see how none of that is obsessive? We don't want to be disregarding obsessively, guys. It's very important. And if you feel like you are thinking too much about the details of OCD recovery, you might start entering meta OCD, which is, meta OCD, it's not a curse or something like that. It's just another form of OCD. But it's another way OCD can get fed. So if you're working hard or not feeding it with your original theme, you want to make sure that you don't start feeding it with meta stuff, right? So we want it to be a complete system. And then after that, also to include real life stuff, not to obsessively overthink real life. So I just want you to be aware. Thank you for listening. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you would like to do private coaching with me, please sign up through youhaveocd.com. I'll see you tomorrow.